Hello guys and welcome back to PapaSierraGolf Gaming. I am PapaSierraGolf and today we are going to be playing Train Sim World. Before I get started, I would like to apologize for not having uploaded any videos over the past 1 month, as I was busy with work outside of YouTube. I want to be able to give 100% of my attention to whatever I upload on YouTube to ensure the quality, and this cannot happen since work was taking up much of my time and attention. However, I have taken care of that and now I am back for good, and it's time to get started with this game. So Train Sim World is a game from Dovetail Games, a company rather infamous for the amount of DLC they sell with the regards to their base game, or rather the game is just DLC. But without getting into all the gory details today, which I am saving up for another day, let's find out how I ended up with this game. Recently, Dovetail Games was celebrating their 10th anniversary, which I almost mistook it for 50th anniversary. Anyway, they are hosting their 10-year anniversary sale and you can access it on Steam as well as their website, which is store.dovetailgames.com, and they also have weekly deals going on most of their DLCs. And due to this sale, I got both of the train simulator games, that is Train Sim World TSW and Train Sim 2019, for quite a good discount with a few basic DLC added into the bundle, and I purchased them via Steam. So today we are going to be playing and learning how to drive trains in Train Sim World. So let's get started. So we are back into the game and now we have to create a player profile. So as you can see, we have not much selectable features, but just different individuals without any changes in hair color or anything like that which we can add to each character. So these are all preset characters and it doesn't matter that much because you are only going to be seeing them while driving the train. So let's just go ahead and type out our name, PapaSierraGolf, and let's see what all experiences we can have in this game. So basically what all the trains we can drive. And before I just get started, let me just turn off the music to avoid any copyrights and copyright strikes, because YouTube is always strong on using the music of games to create copyright strikes. So let's go ahead and let's just see what all options we have here. So first one is Ruhr-Sieg, and there are 4 to 5 DLCs that I have selected. And here you can see in the player profile we can select all the trains as well as the routes that we have gone. And now I'm going to get back into the game. So first one is Ruhr-Sieg, the West Somerset Railway, and as you can see the last one we have New York and CSX Heavy Haul, which was one of the first DLCs with this game. So NEC New York is mostly the metro railway, I think, of New York. But first I'm going to start with Ruhr-Sieg, so which is basically the hilly areas, and here you can see it is in Germany. So I'm just going to get started with that scenario now. And as you can see, these are all NEC New York, which shows off the metro rails of New York, and these are in the other sections of the game. The loading screens seem quite interesting, but having played Train Simulator 2019, I am slightly apprehensive of what graphics quality I'm going to get, but as far as I have seen in some of the YouTube videos, they are quite good. Since I'm playing with the Core i5 4460 and GTX 960 4GB. I don't have much high hopes for the graphics department, but let's check it out. So we have the DBBR 185.2 introduction course here, and I'm going to keep quiet and let the audio take over.
185.2 electric locomotive in DB traffic red livery. During this brief introduction, we will go through the start and stop procedures. Climb aboard to get started. The battery will power up the control desk and allow you to interact with it. This locomotive draws power from the overhead electrical supply via a contact arm mounted on the roof. For this to work, we'll need to set up and then raise the pantograph. To get the locomotive up and running, set the master switch. Headlights are important in letting others around know that a locomotive is operational. We now need to wait a moment and let the brake system charge. It'll take a minute or two. The locomotive is now ready to be energized. This is controlled by the main circuit breaker. When stopped for longer periods of time or when leaving the cab, a parking brake is engaged. We'll need to ensure this is released in order to get moving. Use the master switch to determine the direction of travel. The train brake is used for normal line operations. Due to the size and weight of this train, small amounts of traction should be used to overcome initial friction and prevent overpowering the electrical systems. Now we're rolling, we can apply more power and focus can be diverted towards achieving the desired speed. Coasting is a method used to easily move without engaging power. To bring this freight train to a safe stop, only a small amount of braking force is required. Practice and experience will teach you how much force you'll need. Good work. That concludes all of the basics of this
So
locomotive.
that completes the basic introduction course for DVBR 185.2, which was just taking the train locomotive to Finnentrop Freight Yard. And we are going to see what is the next scenario here and the next training mission. So the next course is introduction for the BR143 in DB traffic livery. And once again I'm going to sit back and let the voice take over and play the game accordingly.
Welcome to this BR143 electric locomotive in DB traffic red livery. During this brief introduction, we will go through the start and stop procedures. Climb aboard to get started. The battery will power up the control desk and allow you to interact with it. This locomotive draws power from the overhead electrical supply via a pantograph mounted on the roof. For this to work, we'll need to set up which configuration we'll be using. A lot of your time will be spent in the driver's seat. To get the locomotive up and running, set the master switch. Headlights are important in letting others around know that we now need to wait a moment and let the brake system charge. It'll take a minute or two. The locomotive is now ready to be energized. This is controlled by the main circuit breaker. The train brake is used for normal line operations. When stopped for longer periods of time or when leaving the cab, a handbrake is engaged. We'll need to ensure this is released in order to get moving. The force selector determines how much tractive effort force is being supplied to the train. AFB allows the driver to easily amend the speed of a locomotive as required. Once a desired speed is set, indicated by a red needle on the speedometer, the locomotive will automatically To prepare the train for stopping, AFB should first be turned off. The size and weight of a train play a large part in determining how much braking force is needed to perform a safe Good work. That is the basics covered. A manual can also be obtained that provides more detail about the full functionality of this locomotive.
So once again, as you can see, we have gained a lot of experience points by completing the training missions with this locomotive, and these points, as you can see, are classified into 3 as per the user, as well as route and the locomotive that we are using. Anyway, let's move on to the next locomotive training here. Since the cutscenes are very long due to loading times, I am going to be editing them out and maybe leave 1 or 2 photographs in. And so now we are back to another training mission for the DB767, which is a passenger cab car, and it is powered by the BR143 locomotive. In this tutorial I have disabled the voice, so I am going to be taking over, and I will also describe what all is being asked for and doing accordingly. So this car, which is the passenger cab, it relies on the locomotive for the power. So we have to first go into the locomotive, and which is not exactly the locomotive, we are going into the cab car here. And as you can see, this is one beautifully designed cab with all the glass doors that you can see, and also the passenger seats as well. And let us get some power running into this cab and switch on the tail lights. I think this locomotive runs with the power from the BR143, because I think the pantograph is in the BR143, which will supply the power to the rest of the passenger cab. Anyway, we have to set the reverser now to forward, and we are raising the pantograph, and as you can see on the display, it turns from red to blue. And we have started the main circuit breaker by closing it, and now we'll switch on the headlights to reduced. Slight delay there for me, because with the mouse it is kind of difficult to be precise, but if you right click and then use the mouse, you can use it much more precisely. So let's get the throttle and let's start moving this locomotive. So it wants us to reach a speed of around 20 miles per hour or 32 kilometers per hour. And as you can see, this locomotive is simply beautiful. I mean, the details they have got in this game, I am just amazed. Train Simulator 2019 doesn't look like a real world game at all. It is, you can make out easily it is just a simulator, and I am not sure is it because of not much of the DLCs that I have downloaded or whatever I got on offer. But for the offer, the Train Sim World, which is this game, looks really neat, and it's running at almost 60 frames per second on my PC, and it is also sometimes it drops down to 50s and high 40s, but it's stable around 50 to 60 FPS. And we are almost approaching the end of this video, guys, and I would like to thank you guys for watching till the end. And if you guys have enjoyed this video, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. And also you can go ahead and watch the other train simulator videos that I am putting out for you to appreciate, and also share with your friends. And if you like this game, do go ahead and support the developers by buying it on the Steam store, or you can purchase it on dovetailgames.com as well. And they have this currently, they have got a sale running, so if you really like train simulators, then you can go ahead and get this. So the brake is slightly, it takes time to act, so we have to be quite careful in not pushing the train too much, or else it won't stop in time, and that can really screw up the mission, is what I realized in one of the missions that I did later on as well. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and you can see the amount of achievements we have earned by completing these training missions. In the next videos I am going to be bringing the scenarios where you use the train and shift goods from one station to the other, as well as you also I think travel with passengers. So I am going to, the first series is only going to be the Ruhr-Sieg not DLC, and after that I am going to be continuing with the rest of the DLCs available with this game. And then we shall, if you guys like these videos, then maybe I can do train simulator as well. Please do leave a comment down below what other DLCs do you want me to purchase and show off in these videos, so that you guys also have an idea what is to be purchased by you. Thank you guys for watching, and hope to see you guys in the next video.